Hello, hi, welcome to another 20 minutes till dawn video. I had a chance to sneak in one more recording for the day, so I figured I might as well. What are we doing here? What are we doing on today's video? We're doing Abby, we're doing Batgun, should be pretty cool. We're gonna be pretty much just focusing on just general buffs. Damage buff, like bullet damage buffs, summon damage buffs, and elemental statuses as well. We're doing it all today. Everything's good, basically, for this build, so we're not going to be too picky about it. As far as the runes, we're going Power, Elemental Barrage, Wild Magic, and we're going to go Ethereal. Someone pointed out on the shotgun build for Abby that I probably should have taken Ethereal with the spin move. I didn't realize it at the time. I'm thinking about it now, it makes a lot more sense. Because Abby, when Ethereal is going, you'll just keep spinning. I think I played Ethereal on the grenade launcher Abby run, and it kind of screwed me over, but thinking about it now, it shouldn't really screw us. It should just kind of more or less help. So that's the plan here. Bats. The end. Just want to say, you know, at the top here, appreciate everyone subscribing. We're getting pretty close to 1,000 subs. I think maybe within the next, you know, cross my fingers, 3 or 4 days we're going to hit it. So you won't have to hear me, you know, asking too much longer. Yeah, that's it. Let's play. Let's hop in. Let's see what is going on here. First things first. Oh, we should also just be spinning. The first thing we're going to be looking for is damage increases to our bullets here, because they are a little bit weak at first. Anything we can get that increases the damage would be nice. But this does, it seems like an especially good start for the Batgun. I feel like the Batgun does struggle a bit in the early game, when it takes like 3 or 4 hits to kill. Yeah, sure. Double shot, why not, right? The bats do less damage per bat now, but we're shooting an extra bat, so this should overall be a net positive. We will see, I suppose, but yeah. I think this is going to go really well. Early Dragon Egg, pretty good for me. We are going to be taking summon damage increases, so... What? Oh, am I like Ethereal right now? Hold on. I think I was Ethereal with only 1 ammo, and for some reason Spin to Win was not working correctly with it. That's what I'm gathering there, but I don't know. It's kind of weird. Something strange was happening there. Something was not right. But anyway. Exploders are making their way in. Listen, I'm loving taking the Age Dragon here this early. Very happy about it. And it's not super important for the build itself, but just getting an a Dragon Egg this early when we're going to be focusing on summons does make a lot of sense. Now spinning is working, right? We're not losing ammo. We're just going. We're just spinning. We're having a great time. I would like some more focused damage, if that makes sense, right? Just being able to, like, you know, punch through a specific section would be good there. Like, you know, we got our shield clip there trying to walk by. Power shot. You know, split shot is another extra shot, right? Something to keep in mind. Or back shot, whatever it's called. I'll just increase the damage a bit. I think that's pretty good, too. This is pretty cool. Gotta keep an eye out for some elemental buffs as well. We would like them probably more importantly than getting damage in the early game here, I think. Split fire, that's the name of the perk, okay. Magic lens will also be pretty useful. A lot of potentially useful things here for sure. Which is why this build is kind of so cool. Like everything helps it. Summon damage helps. Elementals, buffs help. Everything is good. That being said, Electromage probably not that useful, but we could take it, I suppose. Yeah, we're shooting a lot. This will help us get some actual, like, targeted damage, right? If we want to, like, punch through a specific, you know, mob of enemies, we can focus the lightning in that one area. That's definitely a good thing to have, but it's the least important out of the 3 elements for us in this run. Although energized bullets will be really good too. We might be able to go infinite again if we get that. It's maybe debatable here, but I'll take the train dragon. The earlier we get him, the early, like, you know, I'm a sucker for growth, basically. And the prospect of being like, hey, if you take this now, it's going to, you know, help you out later, it's like kind of irresistible to me. Basically scaling. If you've watched me play Monster Train, it's scaling. Frost Mage here, beautiful get. Should be just CCing everything to oblivion now. You got Ethereal popping now too. We'll keep the mouse on you to hit you with the lightning bolts. Everything else is just, you know, handling itself basically. Although some of these brain boys are getting pretty close. Anyway. There we go. I will take the chest. What do we get? Okay, this is good. Double our fire speed. I think we take the energized bullets here too. Quick hands is fine. All of those are pretty good actually. But I would like extra ammo, please, if you don't mind. This is pretty strong. It's not looking amazing yet, but this might rival, we'll take Pyro Mage here too. We have all these good electricity things, but I'll take the Mage here for sure. This might rival the shotgun build. The shotgun diamond build. By the end of this, we'll see. Like I imagine our XP will be lower, like our end level will be lower than diamond build, the diamond shotgun run. But I think we might have a higher kill count by the end, because we're just killing enemies as they basically come on the screen. The issue with that is that it disperses the XP around and it's harder to collect it all. Dragon Bond seems fine. Probably actually a pretty big damage buff, right? If our bats are only doing like, you know, 10 damage, an extra 5 damage on top is a huge damage buff. By the way, shout out to the guy who mentioned to me that the Dragon Bond damage is added as a separate instance of damage. If you look at the numbers here, right? Those little 4s that are popping up are the added damage from Dragon Bond. Which is interesting. And good. Definitely good. Especially for, you know, it is a flat increase, but I thought that it wasn't being added, or it was being added in a weird way. I've now come to realize that, in fact, it's added just as a separate number, similar to death rounds. Which I knew that was added as a separate number, but I didn't realize this was added as a separate number. Also, the dog is just being obliterated, man. Yeah, this is good. Too soon to say, but this is early prediction. I think on par with the diamond shotgun build. We'll take Electro Mastery. Why not, right? I don't know. Seems okay. I feel like there was something else I wanted to. Oh, you know what? One thing I want to talk about too. So I asked about it in a couple of videos. I think about video length and philosophy on cutting lost runs and things like that. And I think the spot I've landed on is that algorithmically, the YouTube algorithm really favors shorter videos. This seems fine, but not that great. I kind of don't hate the Tome of Elasticity here. Again, the bats have 1 bounce, so increasing the bounce by 2 seems pretty good here. We do lose bullet damage, but we don't care about bullet damage that much is the thing. This seems pretty good to me. Anyway. Lost track of what I was saying. Brain completely broken. Oh yeah, video length. So I had a video. Also, this seems like a pretty easy pickup here. Shadow or Splinter, obviously very good as well. But let's take this Frostbite to increase some of our damage output. Video length. I've noticed a distinct trend, and this is specifically like you know, looking at the analytics and the algorithm and stuff. There's a huge correlation between video length and recommendations, like the video being shown to people. And I had a Shauna video recently that I thought was pretty interesting. But the video was just 2 runs back to back. I won the first run in the video. Spoilers, by the way. Sorry. I won the first run in the video, and I was trying to do a specific build that failed because I did not get the triple up perk on the right ability. So I ran it back because I wanted to see if I can do it, and I missed the second time too, and then did eventually lose, but lost very late in that run. So the video ended up being a total of about, I want to say, like 50 minutes if I remember correctly. And it being 50 minutes compared to like most of my videos for this game being about 30-ish minutes, 25 to 30 minutes, being effectively twice as long, reduced the amount of recommendations to people by 3 times. So like for example, right, the video before it got pretty much got recommended, I think, I want to say like 8,000 times over the first 24 hours of it being out. So like 8,000 people got a prompt of it, like, you know, in their feed of like, hey, do you want to look at this video? 8 or 9,000 people. I want to say mid 8,000. So it was like mid 8,000s after the first 24 hours. The Shauna video that was, you know, like 50 minutes only got 3,000 over the first hour. So there's a huge correlation between video length and how the algorithm distributes it. So from now on, I'm going to try to keep most of the videos 1 run long. I think fire rate's good here. We don't need to worry about quick hands too much. These are both good, for the record. And light weaponry is also pretty good because we get the sharpen ability, which increases our damage too. And Ghost Friend also gives us a bunch of stat upgrades. Like the thing about this build is that nothing is bad right now, which is why it's so strong. As you can pretty clearly, as you can see, right? But yeah, so I'm gonna be keeping the videos pretty much probably 1 run per video. Now, if I lose at the end of that run, I'm still gonna keep it in, I think, as like a video, as long as it's like, you know, close to the end, like within like, I would say within 4 to 5 minutes of the run ending, so like the 4 to 5 minute marker. If I die beyond that, I'll keep it as an episode. We'll take magic lens here, I think. Or actually, let's go weaponry now. Let's get sharpened. Shoot, sorry. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So my general philosophy for the time being, I think, is gonna be if I make it far in the run but I lose, I will still keep it as a video and upload it. But if I lose early in the video, or even just like at like that mid-ish point, I will probably scrap it and start a new recording. But for the sake, again, I think it's important that, oh, what the heck? Someone dropped something above me. Oh no. For the sake of like transparency is the wrong word, but I think people want to understand how strong builds are. So for the sake of people having a good assessment, or at least my opinion of it, I'll say like, okay, here's like, you know, for example, this is my first attempt at making this build, right? So this gives you a sense of how easy this is to set up, which is to say very easy. Pretty simple stuff here so far, but I think people would probably be interested in knowing how many attempts it took me to set up a run. So I'll like, you know, I will have that as like some sort of disclaimer as well in the video, like, hey, this is like my, you know, 20th attempt at making a grenade launcher run work, so keep that in mind. I think the piercing's okay here, because again, my understanding right now in the game is that piercing and bounce don't actually cannibalize each other as long as the bullet doesn't go away afterwards. Like, these bat shots will pierce through one enemy right now, and then bounce off the next couple enemies it hit. Although, the screen is just so incomprehensible, it's hard to tell right now what's happening. That is my understanding. We'll take the magic lens here. Not as big of a damage increase for us as it was last time, because we're not really pointing where we shoot the shots. But it's just a general damage buff, right? When you think about it, like just a percentage of our shots will be going through the magic lens. They will be doing more damage. But it's not like last time where like every single one was going through. Yeah, sure. Refraction, why not? Maybe we take ice shards so we can get shatter to show up. Anything else to talk about here as far as just like, you know, generic stuff? Like, you know, just weird, you know, inside baseball stuff, which I know not everyone, like, probably most people don't care about really that much. But, you know, I want to make the content what people want to see. We'll take death rounds here. Seems pretty good, right? I wanted it to be what people want to see, right? So that's the general, I think, you know, compromise here. It's not even really compromise so much. I think people are okay with that more or less. Because again, there's going to be like, you know, it's not going to be a foregone conclusion. I might still lose the run. I'll keep losing runs in it if they make it really far into the run. But if runs are poor to middling, I will probably cut them. But still be transparent about how many attempts the run took so people can have somewhat of a decent evaluation of how strong the runs are. I think that's a pretty fair, like, middle ground. That hopefully the YouTube algorithm will not murder me for. But we'll see. Then we're pumping here. I guess we want to try to get the dragon shots to go through the lens too if we can. Oh, Coughing's here, by the way. Let's try to get him in magic lens range. Oh, I walked into something there. Should be a little bit careful because we lost our shield. Oh, okay, Coughing's dead. Okay, just faster reloads now. Basically. Not that important. But fine. I wouldn't hate seeing a vitality so we don't get one shot by a lamprey in the last 5 minutes. Would be pretty cool. Take a shatter. Seems fine. Yeah, we're fragile right now. We could, you know, one lapse in judgment combined with this absurd obfuscation of the screen could result in us dying here, definitely, without a doubt. And our level might be kind of low, but I think we might. I'd have to look. I'm curious if my kill count in this run is going to be higher than the kill count in the diamond run. They're going to be pretty close, I think, either way. I think the problem with this build is that it's CCing more than it's actually dealing like just damage per second. So we have just a lot of enemies just frozen at the edge of the screen that we can't even really see. Whereas I think with the shotgun build, it tends just to outright kill enemies very quickly, which then I imagine the way this game works is that there's like, you know, more or less like a limit to how many enemies can exist at one time. And the faster you kill them, the faster new enemies spawn. So there's probably some element of that. And if you're like a person out there who does like, we want bullet speed, it's probably pretty good. Assassin's probably pretty good for us too. Oh no, let's take. I forgot. I was saying before. Let's take vitality so we don't get one shot, just to be safe. But if you're someone out there who's like going for like a world record for like most kills in a single run, I would love some input. I would love some you know, feedback on what you think is currently the highest, the strongest build for just, you know, racking up big kill numbers. This seems like it's probably up there. And also, this makes me feel... the other day, I forget the context I was even actually talking about in regards to it, but I was responding to someone's message the other day, and I was like, yeah, I'm pretty confident that, like, shotgun is, like, the best weapon, Batgun is the second best weapon, and then it's a complete and total toss-up between all the other guns for who's, like, between third and last. And I think it was a little bit unfair of me, from my own perspective, to say the Batgun was the second best, because I haven't played with it that much. But seeing this, I feel pretty confident in saying that the Batgun's the best weapon. It's doing work. Taking 10's burn. Should hopefully help us deal more damage. Yeah, I feel pretty confident in saying that, and you know, maybe the Batgun's the best. I don't know. I know it's not the grenade launcher. I'm pretty confident saying the grenade launcher. Again, maybe for like super high kill counts, the grenade launcher, if played perfectly, can get a higher kill count. That could be very true as well. And like a perfect build. But like as far as just like normal play, shotgun and Batgun have to be, you know, way above everyone else. I feel like there's a significant power spike here, and it's actually I feel like it's just because they gave the Batgun bouncing by default. That was a huge damage boost for the gun for sure. So you know, I'm pretty cool with that. Dragon should be tearing this man apart here too, basically. Make sure the dragon shots are actually hitting though. Oh, he's popping, he's popping. He's firing his lasers. Let's talk about some future design ideas. That's fun to speculate on, right? Ooh, what do we get here, by the way? Big giant. Be real big. Power, element, summoning. Summoning is a pretty easy one. We are reloading pretty slowly now, but this is kind of a no-brainer for me at least. Although we need some reload perks actually. We've taken none of them, huh? Oh, when ethereal goes, it goes off, man. Look at that. Yeah. So there's definitely going to be, what was it in the patches? It said new characters, new perks, and new weapons, right? Those are the three things. I was thinking about it. I was driving home from work today, and I was thinking about, they have the flame cannon. It only makes sense to me that they add things for the other elemental attacks too, right? So, by the way, sick. It only makes sense to me that they add other elemental weapons too. So like an ice gun and a thunder gun. Thunder gun's probably pretty simple, just like a lightning bolt that chains between enemies when you shoot it. Doesn't have to be too complex, and you know, whatever. Maybe complex to program. I don't know how you would do that necessarily, but like design-wise, it seems pretty simple, right? Now, what's interesting to me is how do you design an ice gun? Like without it just being something dumb like, you know, a gun that shoots ice, right? How do you do that? And I don't know the answer. But I was thinking about it. I was thinking about potential design space ideas. Now you could, I wouldn't be too upset about ice bullets if I'm being honest, because I was thinking about it, and like I don't think it's a meme, but I think it's like a weird like whodunit trope, where like one of the things is like, oh, you use ice bullets so that way when you shoot the person, the bullets melt and they don't know how the person died, right? It's like a murder mystery, a whodunit trope, I think. But I'm not a big aficionado on that sort of stuff, so I don't know. But like I feel like I remember hearing that that's like a thing, right? And I'd be okay with just a gun that shoots ice bullets. I'm not gonna be that upset, right? These all suck, by the way. We'll take fanfire, I suppose, for more bullet output. But I was thinking also another cool idea would maybe be like a snowball gun. And what I mean by that is it would probably have like a decent amount of piercing by default. And the shot would have knockback scaling as the bullet travels, right? If that makes sense. So the idea being, you would shoot a snowball. As the snowball travels, and bullet size growth, I should mention too. As the bullet travels, the bullet gets bigger, like it's like a snowball collecting snow as it rolls. And then, did I forget? Oh, yeah, I'll get all the chests, okay. But yeah, it would be a snowball collecting snow as it rolls. And the longer it rolls, let's say, the more damage it does, the more knockback it does, and it just like, you know, it rolls and just pushes people back. Which I think is kind of cool. But I don't know. Let's take sniper. This is fine either way. Anyway, if you have any cool ideas for guns or characters, let me know. That's, you know, I was just having some fun on my drive home when I was done with work, just thinking about, you know, what they could do. And by that I mean the dev. Like what changes like you could do as far as like, it's kind of weird, right? That there's a fire gun, but there's no ice gun and there's no thunder gun. Not that strange, but a little strange, I feel like. Another thing. So one thing that I think is kind of weird. there is the fire ice synergy, right? Frost flame, which whenever enemies get frozen, they also get lit on fire. Cool synergy, very strong, very good, like it a lot, right? You have the fire lightning synergy, right? Of lightning that hits enemies on fire, they blow up. Very cool, very good, whatever, right? Kind of weird that there's no ice lightning synergy though, right? Kind of a little strange. And I was thinking about it and I was like, I bet the reason why, sorry about that. I bet the reason why is that the dev just can't think of one. Because like, what do you do with that, right? How do you make lightning and ice synergize in a way that seems cool? Well, I'll take Frost Fire, sure, why not? And I couldn't think of one, right? You could do you know the same thing as Frost Flame, right? Oh, enemies that get frozen get hit by lightning, but that's kind of boring. That being said, though, it would synergize really well with the Fire Lightning one, right? You freeze an enemy, the enemy gets hit on fire, or gets lit on fire, and then it gets struck by lightning, triggering the third one. It would make sense, and it would be kind of cool, but it feels a little lame to have it do the exact same thing, so I don't know what you would do. This doesn't matter at this point. We'll just take whatever. All those perks are kind of lame. So yeah, what are the viewers? What are some of your thoughts? Because I've got some ideas, and I think it's like, on one hand, it's a little lame to just have the Frost Lightning one do basically the same thing as the Frost Fire one, but on the other hand, it does kind of tie them all together in a way that makes them all synergistic. So I don't hate it, but I don't love it. Anyway, that's gonna be basically do it for the video here, though, huh? We're pretty much done. Thanks for watching. You know what I'll do too? You know what I'll do if you're curious? I'm gonna go back. I don't want to like splice the footage at the end of this one, but if you're curious about which run had more kills, I'll go back and look. We've got 10k for the bat build here. I'll go and look at the shotgun build, and in the description of this video, I'll say how many kills the diamond build got. Or you can go just look for yourself. Either way, whatever, right? Thanks for watching. Hopefully you have an enjoyable time watching this, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.